Cooper Marcher here. During hurricane season in the South, humans do all they can to prepare when an incoming storm is approaching. But first responders and workers are busy on the other side of the preparations. Unless the winds are above 40 miles per hour, they are doing all they can to rescue and help victims. There's no hunkering down for them. And for one 911 employee, her world was about to be turned upside down. In Old Beacon Village, North Carolina, residents never could have expected what occurred. Hurricane Helene tore through the area in September 2024, flooding entire towns. And since the area is nowhere near the coastline, there was no flood insurance, because who would have ever thought it was needed? But devastatingly, water levels rose as citizens fled, looking back at total losses. And for poor Maya, she could do nothing from her desk at work. Her poor felines, Perry and Dickie, were home alone in chaos. The floodwaters rose faster than seemingly possible, taking only 30 minutes to destroy decades of memories. Maya, a 911 dispatcher, was at work the morning her neighborhood started filling up with water from the river. Her neighbors frantically called 911 for help as they fled into the attics and onto the roofs of their homes to escape the rising water. Once the storm passed, it was days before Maya was able to make it to her home to see the damage. The loss was complete. The destruction was overwhelming. Wading through the foot of mud and sludge that covered the floor of her home, she saw something that made her heart beat a little faster. There were little cat footprints in the mud, igniting a spark of hope in her broken heart. Knowing that they needed help from cat rescuers, Maya's friend Bethany reached out to a local organization, Sister Kitten Animal Rescue. They were more than willing to jump in and assist someone who spends their lives helping others. They immediately set up traps every day for the next month. During that time, they trapped and reunited several cats with their owners who didn't know their cats had survived, but no sign of Perry or Dickie. They set up a couple of feeding stations with cameras, and finally on November 4th, caught Dickie on camera at one of the feeding stations. They didn't know for sure if he and Perry had survived or not. One of the locals saw Perry run under a nearby home and was able to trap him. While thankfully they knew Dickie had survived the storm, he proved more elusive than his brother. Dickie was very hit or miss at the feeding station. He'd come at 3 a.m. one night, then he wouldn't see him for several days. Their dedication worked, though, and they were able to catch him. That's 3 long weeks he was able to survive in the rubble alone. He was reunited with his mother and brother, a somber reminder of what truly matters in the wake of deadly storms. Our loved ones are what is important, and those on the other end of the line are humans, like the rest of us. They sacrifice their own lives to give others a helping hand. So, when they need one themselves, being able to help is an honor. Sister Kitten Animal Rescue knows that firsthand, determined to save as many feline lives as possible. Their mission is year-long, storms or not. Thank you to everyone who helped in the wake of the storm. Cooper Marcher here. Ciao.